God. All right. So where do I begin? Basically, if you don't know, which I'm sure most of you do, the new Super Mario Amiibos were released yesterday or today on Friday, March the 20th at 12 p.m. If you were going to a Walmart that was a 24-hour Walmart, or if you were going to a non 24-hour Walmart that was not open at that time at 12 o'clock, they released them at 6 a.m. Unfortunately, I was one of the later. I actually had to wait in my car from 12 a.m. basically until the store opened up at 6. I thought I was pretty good. I was watching movies in my car, doing whatever I wanted to, playing Nintendo 3DS. I caught up on a couple games. I played Majora's Mask, which was really fun. But let me say, with a big B-U-T, it was not. I didn't think that there was going to be anybody at the location that I was going to because it just basically was in the middle of nowhere. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Basically, what happened was around 4 o'clock in the morning, a group of two kids basically drove up, and I was sitting in my car at the time, and nobody else was in the parking lot. So I kind of figured, okay, they're probably here for the Gold Mario. I mean, why else would anybody be at Walmart at 4 a.m. Unless it's a 24-hour one? So basically, I got out of my car and went and sat at the door of the Walmart and basically sat there for about 2 hours just playing Nintendo 3DS. And mind you, I live in Atlanta, and right now it was just rainy and just cold. It was just not fun. But basically, they were just talking up a storm, talking about who their favorite Amiibos were, and I didn't have a problem with that. We got along really good, and we talked about Amiibos. But I will say again, with a big B-U-T, but it was just, I just had sat there for a couple hours, so I was really tired. I called the local Walmart basically earlier that day, and I found out that they only were going to have two in stock, and those were the two that you saw in my shopping cart on my Instagram. So I had seen them before, and I noticed they only had two. So I was kind of worried that being there was three of us now, that one of us weren't going to be able to get an Amiibo. And I kind of told them while they were standing in line that there was not going to be enough for all of us, but they did not. They refused to believe me, basically. But from there was at least, I think, three more people that showed up in the line, basically throughout that time frame from 4 to 6 until the store opened. But once the store opened, I was literally the first in the line, but the security guard came out, or not the security guard, the assistant manager came out, and he pulled me inside of the store personally, and he basically wanted to tell me that there was only two, but they could not find them. So we had all been standing there in line basically I had been there since 12, they were there since 4, so they waited about 2 hours, I waited 6 at this point, and basically they did not know where they were. They kept fumbling around. Different employees would come to the front basically asking me or us what do they look like. I showed them my Instagram, told them about the app. They were like, oh, that's great. But they could just not find these Amiibos for whatever reason, and it was the worst experience because basically I felt like I had just standed there for so long and just waited, and I felt like I was not going to be successful in finding the Amiibo for this contest. But once again, with a big B-U-T, I was able to get the Gold Mario. Basically what had happened was the employee that came in the day before, because so many people were asking to buy them, they had put them up in a special hiding place or whatever. So they got them off the floor, but they just didn't know where this employee basically put the merchandise. And that was a big problem. So we waited around basically from 6 to about 7:30, anxiously waiting, not knowing whether or not we were going to get any or just what had happened to the Amiibo in general. They didn't have any of the Super Mario Amiibos at all. So I was lucky that I pre-ordered all of that wave, the wave one for the Super Mario series. And I had also ordered a Super Mario or not Super Mario, the Mario Party 10 bundle with Mario in it. So I was okay with that, them not basically not having that. But the Gold Mario, that was the one thing I wanted so badly, and they just could not find it for whatever reason. So that whole experience just was an eye-opening experience to the way Walmart actually does exclusives. So I don't suggest Nintendo doing this in the future. I really hope the Silver Mario is exclusive to maybe like Target or GameStop, something like that, or even the Club Nintendo. I'm a platinum member of Club Nintendo, so I wouldn't mind them doing something like that. But Walmart, they just don't care. No matter, I mean, I don't know if it's because they don't pay their employees enough, or they just didn't have the enthusiasm to actually find them. That was the problem, and I had been standing there forever, and I just was hoping that they would find them, and they ended up. An employee came in around 7 a.m., 7:15ish. They were a little bit late, but yeah. Basically, they found a case of 2, and the only problem with that is there's supposedly 4 in a box. So I don't know what happened to the other 2, but they only found 2. I, being the first person in line, got mine fine, and then I guess I don't really know what happened to the other 2 or 5 people that were there. If they played rock paper scissors or Mario trivia, basically to figure out who gets that amiibo. I feel bad for them. But I was able to walk away successfully with this gold Mario amiibo. And I just wanted to let you guys know that this was not the only one that I got. I got this one specifically for the contest. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a random number generator and also pull up the Instagram app on my phone and basically check and see how many of you actually purchased the app and took a screenshot. That was the rules of the contest. And basically, if you did that and you'd hashtagged Amiibo and Amiibo golden ticket, I will be looking to see if you actually are one of the lucky winners or the lucky winner. But before I do that, I just want to say thank you all for downloading the app. And there is an update coming very, very soon to the App Store, which basically takes care of all those little nasty little bugs that you guys are telling me about with the Super Mario Wave, it crashing, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But it will take care of all those issues, and it adds a lot of new features as well. One thing I want you guys to look at, if you don't know already, the compatibility, if you look under the Amiibo and you go to compatibility, you can actually click on the Nintendo 3DS icon and also the Wii U icon and see which Amiibo you're actually using is actually compatible with what games. So that's something I don't think a lot of people know that's actually working in the app. So if you guys want to take a look at that, cool. But let's get right into this giveaway. So I'm going to go ahead and do a random number generator and see who the winner is. Cool. Thank you guys for watching. All right, guys, so let's get right into things. Basically, the way you could win this contest is if you were to see this on our Instagram and you basically bought the application or you downloaded it from iTunes on your computer, and you had to post an image to Instagram and tag Amiibo and Amiibo Golden Ticket, showing that you had the app on your home screen. You were to post a picture and then tag those hashtags. So basically, we had, let's see, 100 and about, let's actually count the number of posts that I basically created. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, I'm counting these up, and I'm going to count them off screen, but basically anything that was not the app on the home screen, or if you took somebody else's image, I'm going to disqualify those. But basically what I'm going to do is, out of the number of images that were created, I'm going to basically pick a number, and then from there count down from the top, like starting at this one at the top and then scrolling down and counting down that way to see who the lucky winner is. So let's go ahead out of 199, and I'll do the math after this. But basically, out of 199 entries, we have lucky number 161. So, guys, lucky number 161 is our winner.